If you've been finding it really hard to cornrow your hair, then you're at the right place. I'm going to be teaching you how to cornrow your hair by yourself in less than 7 minutes. At the end of this video, you'll be able to make cornrows yourself. You'll be able to know the best way to hold your hair firm and not tight. You also know how to part your hair for the best cornrow ever. So grab your tea, make sure you're comfortable, and let's get started. Welcome to my channel. My name is Peace, and you're welcome on board. To start, we're going to be starting with freshly washed hair. Make sure your hair is washed and it's not dirty. Then you're going to go ahead to moisturize your hair with some water, leave-in conditioner, and then every other thing you need, your oil, your hair butter, and so forth. Just make sure your hair is moisturized. I've gone ahead to moisturize my hair. As you can see, my hand is oily. Now, the best way to cornrow your hair as a beginner is to have some part at the back so that you don't struggle with the back section. If you want how to do cornrow without that, then I have another video. I'm going to be linking to this to help you do that safely. Now we're going to go ahead to part our hair into two. The best way to start cornrow as a beginner is to part your hair into two, especially when you are doing an all back cornrow. It is best to start from the center. After parting your hair into two, then you want to work from the center. Look at how straight my line is even as a beginner. If you can't part your hair by yourself, make use of two mirrors parallel to each other. You'll be able to see the back of your hair. Now we're going to grab one tiny part as I am doing in this video and divide it into three tiny sections. You're going to start weaving your hair using your index finger, your both index fingers of your both hands. You're going to walk it through and you're going to weave your hair like you're weaving a mat or you're weaving a thread. Okay, just watch the way I'm doing it. I have made this video very slow so that you can catch up. Now, it is important to know that there are different ways of cornrowing your hair. This method is called the overweave method. There's another method that is called the underweave method, where you basically have to weave from under, and it is commonly called Didi in Nigeria. In the Yoruba part of Nigeria, they call it Didi. Okay, other people would choose to call it two hand, but it's basically not two hand. You're also going to be using like your both hands, but you're going to be using three fingers as I am doing in this video. So this is called the overweave method, where you have to weave over, and this is like the easiest and the most pretty kind of cornrow that I think. So basically, you're just going to continue with that as you are moving forward. Grab as you go, weave, grab as you go. Now you're gonna get tired along the line, but don't worry, just keep going. Make sure you're doing it as slowly and as quietly as you can. You're gonna get it. You don't need to rush this step. You're gonna get it, and continue that way until you get to the end of the line. Once you've gotten to the end of the line, you just want to weave like you're doing your mini braids. Okay, just weave. Now if you can't weave, you can actually twist your hair like I am doing in this video. I added some Brazilian wool because I'm going to be adding beads to this hairstyle. So if you want to add extensions, you can do so. That's how versatile the hairstyle is. It is actually very beautiful. There are different kinds of cornrows. There are zigzag cornrows. There's the updo cornrow, commonly called shuku. There are different styles. Basically, it's just you weaving your hair, and honestly, they are so beautiful. Now that we are done with that part, I'm just going to repeat it again for the sake of those that are slow learners. Grab a part, divide it into three, going with your index finger over, over. Yes, you can do this very slowly until you have gotten it. If you don't want to start with your hair, maybe you are not confident enough, you can start with a dummy head, or you can start with something else like an extension placed over maybe another item. You can just start with that until you have gotten it. Just go like that, like that. Grab your hair as you are going. I feel like the most challenge that people have is grabbing their hair as they are going down the line. Don't worry, just take it a step at a time and to be easy for you. Now that we've done this part, I'm just going to go over to the next part to finish it up. It is important to know that while you're cornrowing your hair, do not make your hair too tight. Not make your hair too tight. If not, else your hair is going to break out. Your hair is going to shed out when you are taking it out. Make sure it's firm, but it's not tight. There's a difference between firmness and tightness, and that's the reason why I always practice that if you're a beginner, you start with big braids and not tiny braids. Okay, big cornrows and not tiny cornrows. That when you want to take it out, it will be easy. It's easier to learn with big parts than small parts. I always advise that you go with bigger parts instead of small parts. You can use cornrows as a hairstyle to go to work, go to events, go to church. Like I said, they are very versatile. Or you can just make cornrows to be underneath your wigs and your extensions. You understand? You can also make cornrows so that you can do crochet on them. They are so versatile and they are so beautiful. Finally, I just want to add that cornrows uh, have a history background to have started from the Himba women in Namibia. Basically, braiding in general started with those women, and like I have said, there are different kinds of cornrows, different techniques of cornrows, the overlapping and the underlapping. At this point, I just added some beads to make it tribal and to make it beautiful. If you do not like tribal hairstyle, just feel free to just leave your cornrows like that. I just decided to add beads to make it very beautiful and tribal. Thank you so much for watching this video. I feel so honored to have you at this point. If you know that you've gotten value from this video, kindly click the subscribe button, give your girls some thumbs up, like this video, share this video to as many girls out there, and drop your comments in the comment section. Whatever questions you want to ask, drop your comments in the comment section, and also tell me where you're watching me from. I want to send you a shout out. Thank you so much, ladies. I will see you in my next video. Bye.